Hey guys, welcome back to the Majeffries network on OpenTTD. I am of course Majeffries, and I'll be taking you through today's episode, which is episode number 132 I believe. We are fast approaching 150. Actually that's where I want to start because no one's actually asked me about 150 as such, but they've been hinting at things that I will do in that episode, one of which is to show off the network maps. Not the networks as a whole, because we did that on episode 100 and it took 2 hours. So we're not going to do that. But we are going to show off the network maps. First of all, the metro map created by Reedy, which will become the new thumbnail after episode 150. And also, hopefully, the network map by George De Silva, although there's a few things need ironing out on that, I believe. Plus, there's loads of new routes I imagine that will need to be added to that. But the metro map, apart from some, I'm just trying to get the comments up on my phone whilst I'm doing this, but the app's playing up, so bear with me 1 second. Apart from the trams and maybe 1 or 2 metro lines, the metro map is pretty much done. It's a really good looking map. I haven't seen the whole thing in its entirety, but I've seen small patches of it. What on earth is happening on the screen? I don't know if this is being picked up on OBS, but there's a lot of screen, not even tearing, it's more like shearing going on. I have done some tweaks with the settings. I've turned down full detail and I've turned down full animation. Or I've turned them off, I should say. That should assist with the whole... sorry, I'm being distracted by stuff. That should help with the whole screen going slow kind of thing. Fingers crossed. Not 100% certain, but it should do. I am going to have to come up with a new way for the freight to rejoin this line, because this does not seem to be cutting it. So what I might do is lower some land down here and sort of create a causeway. In fact, it's going to need to be double track, isn't it? Something like this, and rejoin it on this. Now, how is it going to cope with the town? Yeah, I didn't think it would cope that great. So I might have to go into single track just for this little section here. But, excuse me, I've got a sore throat again. I'm always ill, and I don't know why. So you'll have to bear with me on that, I'm afraid. Yes, I really must find out why I'm always ill though, because that is becoming a bit of an inconvenience. It's definitely not much fun, that's for sure. Anyway, what was I doing? I was trying to get comments up. Although I don't think there's that many to reply to. There's just the one about the map. Something else I will say. If you're watching this... So, yeah, if you're watching this after, let's say, June, it's probably not a smart idea to be suggesting changes. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people, not just 1 or 2, a lot of people have actually been commenting on what was the old map, saying do this, do that, and I can't. You know, that map, we're not playing on it anymore. If you're watching episode 50 and you can see on the playlist that there's 130 episodes, you know, suggesting things isn't necessarily the best idea, because chances are you're going to look a bit foolish. Which is kind of what's happened. So, that is something worth thinking about, folks, is... if you want to comment on the videos, that's fine, but don't be making requests if it looks as though a lot of time has passed since that video was made. Because I'm not going to go back to an old map to make changes. I think we can establish that right now. And all it really does is make you look a bit, as I say, foolish. So that's something to bear in mind. Why is this train running so early? I need to autofill you if you're running early. I'm waiting for this to leave so I can get rid of that signal there. Because as you can see, that signal there is actually blocking access to this. Although saying that, I could just redo this. Yeah, okay, hang on. Bear with. Bear with. Whoops. And there. Now that goes there. Get rid of that. That goes there. And that goes there. And also connect that one up too. Alrighty. No, we don't need to get rid of that anymore. Yay! Right, so today's episode is probably going to be a little bit of a long one. Not too long. But it's to do with some of the interchange stations. This is a real weird... I don't think it is being picked up by the video, which is good. But it also means I look really paranoid because I'm talking about something that no one else can see. Yes. Anyway, I'll pause the game for this, just so it's not annoying. So we're going to be looking at some of our interchange stations today. This is probably a bad example where I'm going at the moment. Huntingwell Junction, though, is an interchange station. There's a lot of junctions and stuff. Actually, it's not too bad. So, I'm going to actually try and get rid of some of these... Oh, wow. Did not mean to zoom out that far. My GSG looks huge on this map. So what's this one? Is this the Greater Guard City border? Can't be. No, this must be a route plan. Let's zoom. Yeah, it's this one. All the way down. Yeah. All the way down to here. So we're going to delete that one. This one, 5 lines. Look for the red lines. Okay, so that's the one that marks out Greater Guard City. We want to keep that one. This one we can get rid of. This one we can get rid of. This one we can get rid of. Sort of shows our progress, actually, that we're getting rid of a lot of these plans. Some of them I might have gotten rid of without actually checking, and I don't care. The only one that matters is the one at the top. In fact, even that one now is a bit outdated, because Guard City has grown beyond those borders. Okay. So, I need to go back up to... Huntingwell Junction, which is... There's Rindingstone. Where's Huntingwell? There it is. It doesn't actually show up on the map, which is quite funny. But yeah, this is called Huntingwell Junction, and as of right now, there is no junction. It's just a line that goes straight through. There's a kind of a junction here for the terminus line, but that doesn't really count, does it? So, we're going to add some new lines in. So from Huntingwell, we're going to head this way. Hang on. We'll try that again, shall we? So from Huntingwell, we're going to come up this way, and we're going to come down this way through Wonthing Hall, and then basically through this area. And we're going to try and pick out as much green as possible, because there isn't a lot, to be fair. A lot of this is grown up now. In fact, that's one of the questions I had, was how much greenery is there left? And the answer is not a great deal around these areas. But there is some. There is still some. It's just not that obvious, let's say. Yeah, we're going to have to do some demolition to get this line through, I feel. So, apologies if you're not a fan of that. Got to be done. It's got to be done. And actually, here is perfect to connect onto that. What is this train doing? Don't even know where you came from, pal. But wherever it is, you've got to go back. Oh, you're one of those ones. How can they get so lost? That's what evades me, is how can they get so lost that they can't find their way to where they need to be? But yeah, this is actually great. This is perfect. Now, in terms of the number of tracks, I think what we're actually going to do is use 2 tracks. First of all, we're going to smash a corridor right through here. A 4-track corridor. Might even build a tunnel on this section just because it looks very inviting. How long would this tunnel be? 132 tiles. Where does it come out? What the hell? Apologies for that. That seemed to stop the recording for some reason. Why does using the arrow key stop the recording? That's stupid. That's really stupid. Okay, so we're going to have to sort of meander our way through here. What if I tunnel under here? How long would this one be? 112, and again, can't excavate. That's the most frustrating thing. Is you then... So I can't use... I think it's the up arrow key. For some reason, that stops the recording. Boy, is that annoying. Okay, so it's somewhere over here is where it comes out. So we're going to lift the land up to that level. Don't worry, we will rebuild. Okay, that one's not working. Why is that one not working? Ah, because I got it wrong by a tile. Okay. We'll definitely rebuild. Because what I have to do now, and I'm really sorry everyone, is boom! Straight through the middle here. Boom. Cat, boom. Now, we're going to have not tunnels, stations at either end of this tunnel. So I've got to make sure that the roads line up accordingly. Like that. And then here there'll be a bridge that will go across the railway. Now, this is actually part of the east-west link as well. And it heads up to Playthingfield. So we'll be able to get trains from Playthingfield from so many different directions, which is awesome. It might not feel like it, but it's awesome. Actually, yeah, okay. After this little section, this is going to split into 2 main lines. The first one we're going to build now, and actually I'm going to de-electrify the majority of this as well. Because it'd be nice to actually have some lines that don't have catenary in the way. Because, I mean, electric trains are better than diesel trains. In terms of power to weight ratios and things like that. They are better. But catenary is quite ugly. It's very good at what it's meant to do, but it's not very good to look at. So, any excuse really to not have catenary, and I'll quite happily take it. So we're going to end up with a diesel line here, and this ties in quite nicely with what I wanted to do with this episode, but you don't know that right now, so we'll come back to that in a second. Right, we need to de-electrify all of this section here as well. Oh, no. At this moment in time, I'm still going to have to electrify this, because this dumb train. But eventually all of this will be de-electrified. Is that even a word? De-electrified? De-electrified? I don't know the terminology. Anyway. This is going to come through here, through here, through here, and through here like that. There'll be a station here. And then on this side of things, there'll be a station on this side of the tunnel as well. And then somewhere, I like the idea of having it on an embankment actually, up here. I know I'm destroying a lot of the town, and you know me by now. I'm going to stop apologising for it too, because I'll just get tired of apologising for it all the time. But yeah, here it's going to be the site of the junction station. So there'll be some extra platforms at the sides as well, which we should probably build, thinking about it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. Do that. Get rid of that. Do that. Right. Okay, and then one there like that, one there like that. Alrighty, so pretty much every single train will be crossing over at this station in one way or another, so it's worth having lots of crossover points like so, and then maybe one there like that and one there like that, and also that's not right, one there like that and one there like that, I suppose. Yeah, with these weird shapes, but that's fine. Alright, so we want a waypoint across all of these. Like so. And then some signals. Like so. And then we'll use the Dutch platforms single-sided. Now right now I'm just going to do it as a drag and drop job, and we'll come back to it. So something like that, actually maybe one longer, like, whoops, like that, with another set of signals, and then some more waypoints. So you are just the normal gunpool waypoint, so I guess you would be number 2, you would be number 3, you would be number 4, you would be number 5, and you would be number 6. Just like that. And then on this side we could do the same thing, so more demolition required. So we like so. So what I've actually done is just carved the town in two. I've not even done the whole build it on an embankment thing. I have just literally carved the town in two. Am I bothered by that? Not particularly. That's the basic layout, and then there'll be a track there and a track there. So this is going to be part of the east-west link, as I said. This is going to be the part of another east-west link. So this is what we're doing now. We've got all these branch lines, not branch lines, all these main lines that branch out across the map. But actually, in the real world, there's loads of other lines that link up these lines together, and that's kind of what we're trying to bring in now. So here we have this white line, which I've gone quite a ways away from actually, but we'll haul it back now because I'm going to do this demolition thing again. Don't panic, because I've got a solution. So here's where it's going to come out, and we're going to make sure that there's no roads in the way. So get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. I'm going to put it in an embankment, not an embankment. I can't speak today. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm going to put it in a cutting That's the bloody word. It's a cutting. Why can't I speak? Screw everything. Right. And then at certain points we'll put bridges over the top. Now actually that's another comment that I saw, which was why don't they have diagonal bridges in this game? Why don't they have diagonal bridges in this game? And tunnels. How much better would it be to build things if you could actually build things on angles? Okay. So it does take a slight deviation in the center there, but that's not too much of an issue. And the goal is to have HSTs running on this bit of the track by the end of today's episode. So we have a target to reach. So at the moment I'm focusing on the long distance rail, and then the rest of the rail will come in afterwards. And I think that's one of the areas where I did quite well when I was first sort of planning all this out, was I put the fast trains in first and then tried to put the slow trains in second. And that's actually the best way of doing it, because then the fast trains don't get in the way. Well, the slow trains don't get in the way of the fast trains when it actually comes to doing all the scheduling. So we have got slow trains out on the track, but they're not that much slower. I know a viaduct for here. Trains probably be going a maximum of 100 miles per hour down most of this anyway. Although if I make it if I make it a relatively straight track, I don't see why they can't go faster. Depends really. At the moment it's quite straight, but how long is it going to stay that way? Again, shall I tunnel under this town? I don't want to stop at every town. 128, that's a bit too long for my liking. So I think we are going to have to navigate our way through. Which actually, again, because of these rivers, it's a lot easier to navigate through these towns. He says, as he realises that it's actually quite difficult to navigate through these towns. Right, so we want that to demolish, and that. Okay, so it's a bit like what we did with the sort of the more southern end of the Great Western Route. Getting a bit what's the word? Windy? I suppose windy is a good word for it. Try and fit a station there. But I don't think we'll have many stopping trains from GSG going up this line. I think the majority of the traffic on this line from GSG will be HSTs. If I start making stupid noises, don't panic. It's just me sort of dithering amongst myself. Me, myself and I. So we'll do that. You're going to come down the hill like that. The slope here is actually quite good. Again, not really got any problems with that. We'll find a way to get a road across there after. I might do that part of things off camera, because really you just want to see trains running today. You don't want me mucking around trying to get buildings and stuff redone. Although saying that, if I don't do it on camera I tend to forget, so we'll see. We will see. But I want GSG to be a bit like King's Cross. So you'll have Class 91s, which we've currently got, but then you'll also have HSTs on the same track. The reason that is some parts of Yorkshire and especially up in Scotland, there's no overhead electrification. So until the Class 801s, I think it is, the 800s. That's it. The 801s are the electric variation. So until the Class 800s come in, HSTs are used on the East Coast for that exact reason. Right, just join these two ends up. Okay, we've got another. This would be another good area for an embankment. Although we do have to drop down a level still. So again, I'm going to demolish my way through. Like this. And then I'm going to lift the land up. Like this. Like so. And then we're going to have a line coming through with a station. fact, this looks like the kind of place where you'd want to put quite a big station, maybe a 4-tracker instead of just a 2. And then across the water like so, and then up again on the other side. Let's see. That kind of suspension bridge I think looks good. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks very nice. Okay. So hopefully we're mostly on the right track now, if you pardon the awful pun. Now here we'll keep the track relatively close to the lake edge, which is cool. Well, that won't be there for long because it will turn inside. That was a hotel I just got rid of, but I'm not really bothered. So that goes through there, that goes through there. Now here, I'm tempted to go into a tunnel under this big part of town, and then out again on this side. So line her up. I think it was there. Yep, good. Okay. Out again. Down this way. Down this way. Now, because this is a new piece of track, I'm going to start with a new type of signalling as well, which hopefully I'm going to roll out across the rest of the network. The reason it's hard to do that is because stations are currently spread out fairly evenly in terms of the original signalling. So it's going to be a bit of a headache trying to do that, which is why, again, I'll probably do that as an off-camera job. Most stuff like that I will do off-camera just because it's stressful, it takes a long time, so I'm probably going to do little bits, take a break, come back, do a little bit more, take a break. It's a bit like where I'm getting to with Kerbal Space Program. It's there, you know, I know I have to do it, but I really don't want to because it's a massive headache. Although in this case things don't blow up when it goes, well, things can blow up if it goes wrong, but they're not necessarily. How far away are we? Not far at all. We're actually doing a pretty good job. So let's assume for a second that Huntingwell Junction is kind of up where Doncaster would be, let's say, on the East Coast Main Line, because that's where, I think it's at Doncaster, where the line to Leeds breaks off. So that's a good example. And in fact, the station layout isn't that different to the main, where are we? The main part of Doncaster. There's a couple of through tracks, there's platforms at the sides. Actually has a pretty good comparison. Right, follow the line. Here we are. Again, actually no. I was going to say again I'm going to use an embankment, but I'm not. Here I'm just going to go through. Demolish, demolish, demolish. We could always rebuild after. Put a little bit of space here. Through like so. Let's get rid of some of this water. That's the other thing I want to put in is canals and navigable waterways. And that's something that I have actually done. I can't remember if I showed you this, so I might show you this in a second. I've actually built a... I've called it the canal, and it's kind of like a canal in the same way that the Panama Canal is a canal, or the Suez Canal is a canal. It's actually like a wide waterway, almost like a river, but it's man-made. So which technically makes it a canal. But I've got one of them up at Rindingston. So I can show you guys that in a second as well. And it's used to get oil, and it will also be used to convey goods. Basically it joins up with the freight terminal. Right, again I'm having to watch where I'm building. Is that too wide? I don't think it is. That is though. If that goes to there, that goes to there, and then you come all the way across like this. You come across like this. Right, now I'm going to do this bit first before I connect the rest of it up, because this is going to take some... Actually, it doesn't take that much planning at all on the grand scheme of things, because that just needs to come over the top like so, as a tied arch bridge, and then I can actually connect that in like so. Whoa, that's a bit too far in. And then maybe put one there, something like that. And we'll sort out that signalling in a second. As for this side of things, we're going to get rid of that. And again, we can draw a straight line out. We can draw that one across, and we can draw that one across. And that's that. Actually, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. There you go. Now, this is something I might do quite a lot of in this series now. Is actually going through and... sounds almost stupid, but trimming towns back a little bit. Because they are growing very fast. And that's one of the reasons we got rid of the old map. So I don't really want to get rid of this map for that reason. So, I mean, I don't want to get rid of this map for quite a long time still. So that's something that I'm going to have to think about doing. Is just going through every now and then and cutting back some of these towns. It's almost like deadheading your flowers. Although I'm sure that's a really poor analogy, because I've never done that in my life. But there you go. Right, up the hill. We're nearly done. Just got to connect that bit to that bit. And in fact, look how close they were. That's very close. There and there. Alright. Connect you, connect you. Right, now back down to over here. Let's pop in that. Now here I'm going to do signalling at 13 apart. So well, there'll be 12 apart, but you have to do 13 because it's always n plus 1. So you basically have 2 station lengths per signal block. And then I just do that. And here I'll do that. You upgrade to a path signal. Let's go check the lay of the land at the other end. So it gives us plenty of room to build other junctions and stuff in the future, because that's another thing that's going to happen, I imagine, is we're going to end up with loads of junctions coming off this line as well, because it's kind of an it's not an artery as such, it's more of a it's a through line. Definitely it's a through line. Alright, let's put in some placeholders for stations. So I think the first one will be down here somewhere, like that. Again, I'll redo these off camera. Just for now, I just want to get them built and actually running. Like that. And there'll be the big one over here, so let's actually do that. Something like that. And which I think that's a good size. So we'll connect you up like that, and we'll connect you up like that, and then you connect there, you connect there. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1. We'll get rid of that one, we'll get rid of that one, and then we'll replace both of these with path signals. And as for the station, like that and like that. Oh, hang on. Oh. Did that wrong. There we go. Right. You connect like that, and that one go. Okay. So that'll be another HST stopping point, and then there'll be another station up here somewhere, like that, and then there'll be another one, let's say this side of the bridge, like that, and then that's it. So there aren't many stations on the route. In fact, I could probably throw in another one here. I don't want too many stations on the route, that's a key thing. Because I say, it's kind of a through route. It might be used for freight trains as well, I haven't decided yet. So it would be nice if there was enough of a gap for trains to actually run through smoothly without having to stop. Okay, with that in mind, let's get a train running. So, on this side of things we have GNER trains. So I'm going to use a GNER train. So let's grab this, open it all the way up, scroll down, where is it? There it is. So that's the western one. So it's not that one, it's this one, the eastern one. GNER. Now, I don't think any of these... No, because that's... Actually, I might use them on this route. They go 187 miles an hour though, so they are quite fast. And we might even get some not Grand Central, cross-country trains running on this spur as well. Just trying to think. I think there's only... Yeah. Maybe Grand Central trains too, because Grand Central has quite a few... Or does it? Having said that, I think it only has the 2 trains as well. And it's, I imagine, the same as... Oh, it's not the same. Yeah. But there's some options. There are some options. Anyway, pin you. You are GNER. The livery is a strange one. It looks good like this, but it looks horrible like that. Not really sure about that. But anyway, you are fast train. So you go there. Oh no, you don't go there. What am I doing? Let's put you in these platforms. I was worried about over allocating platforms, but these are empty a lot of the time still. So I think we're actually doing okay with that. Right, you are no loading, no unloading. Like so. You are service. You are far end, no loading. You are far end, and that's all good. Right. There and there. And then there and there. Whoops. Okay, follow this up, and then it's there and there. There and there. I think I did tell you about the oil trains actually, because they go 125 miles per hour, which is why they run on the fast track. They actually overtake a lot of the trains on this slow line. So it wasn't a bad thing after all to have them. They're the electric locomotives. That's why I can get away with doing that. Right. So you are P3, I believe. Yep. P3 there, and I think... Yeah, must be P4. There. Now you're on the new track. So you're going to run through here. Actually, I need another set of waypoints. Something like that. And you are HJ Central. Like so. And you're going to go through here twice. Good, good, good. Through all of this. Might make you stop at some of... Actually, no, no, no. This is express. Okay. You and you are going to be the same. You and you are going to be the same. I'll rename these off camera as well, don't worry. So you, and you. There we are. Then over here, I guess these ones maybe? I guess? Don't really know. Also, I need to put these in. So at this point, that's going to be that. Actually, no, that's not going to be that. Let's take all them back, and let's also take all these back, and take all these back, and take all these back. That should delete the signalling all the way back to the station, or at least to this junction here, and then underneath here to here. Yeah. Right, I need to remember where all these lines go. So we've got this long tunnel here which takes us over to this side of things as well. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now though. That is an option for a loop line in the future though, definitely. And it might be one that I take up the option on. We'll have to see on that one, won't we? Anyway, back over here. So I need to signal these in properly. So this is going to be 15. And this one here is going to be 11. Like so. Pop you in. Whoops. There, and do that. Raise this to 15. Pop you there. Do that. Again, I'm going to be a bit lazy here. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side of the tunnel. Like that, and then like that. Perfect. I think, yeah. There's no room for any other stations, so that's all good. Right. So I've got the gun pull ones in. Now I need to put the waypoints in there. And in fact, perfect. It's almost like I planned this. Let's get rid of the gun pull ones again. So this is going to be Bryn Hill Central as well. Okie dokie. Right, so this twice. And then this one, this one, this one, this one. And then this twice. Good. And then through all this, past all this. Okay, so I need another set of waypoints there. And that should be that. So you are T-SR. Approach fast southeast. Okay. Yep. I know I can't modify it, don't want to. So you're going to go via this twice. And then you're going to go through the tunnel, as you'd expect. Out the other side of the tunnel. Into here. And on this one. Into here. I think. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Wrong side. Let's get rid of these. Try again, shall we? So it's this one. And then it's this one. Otherwise it won't go the way you want it to. Okay. And then we go via these. Along this line. Through there. Along this bit. Through all the zigzaggy bit here. To here. Playing field approach fast southeast. And I guess playing field platform 4. Yes, we've got some other terminating trains, express trains that stop here as well, so that's perfect. Okay, this is going to be the fun bit. I need to grab one of you, open up your timetable, stick you there, stick you here for now. Right. Change speed limit 15. Out of Guard City St George it's 30 until Rundhattan Fast where it rises to 60. Yep. And then it's full whack until we get to here where it drops to you go through, so I guess it drops to 75 for here, and then 45 into the platform, and then 75 out the platform. Now I'm actually going to let it go full speed through this section. Right up until we get to Bryn Hill Central, where it's going to slow to 75 again. And then at Gunport it's going to slow down to 45. And then it's going to be 75 away. And then once we get to here, it's going to be 75 to 45 to 75. Full speed until we get to this one where it's going to be 45, I guess, and then the platform entrance is going to be 15, and then here it's going to be 45. Now I've got this system going, I'm starting to memorize speed limits, but I might need to open up like a notepad document or something and just note down speed limits through certain points. It can be a bit of a pain in the neck sometimes trying to plan it all out. Let's see, you are 75, you are 45, you are 75. In fact, this side of things it should be like 45 again, thinking about it. So where are you? You are this one. It's quite a complex set of junctions. All the way through here you're fine till you get to here where you drop to 75, and then 45, and then 75, and again we're all fine until we get to GSG North East Fast where it drops to 60, and then this one where it drops to 30. It's just a bit of reference I need at the bottom here. So you go into the station here at 15, and then once you get to Guard City St George, I thought I'd missed something. It's 30 into the depot, and then it's 15 into the sidings, and then it's 30 out of there again. In terms of stopping, it's 250 all the way. With the exception of this one here, which is 2,500, I believe. Yep. This one here, which I believe is 500. Yep. And that means that playing field up here is going to be 750. And this GSG up here is going to be 750. And there we are. That is that done. Autofill. And you're ready to go. Last thing we need to do is collapse all of these. Express diesel GSG to playing field via central. I'm just going to do right now. You are 11 long, I believe. Oh no, you're 10 long. Where's that one? There. Okay, and that goes into GSG Northeast. And there she sits, pride of place. And of course this train needs to go into it. 2, 3, 4. That should be perfect. Alright then guys, that just about does it for today's episode. It's good to be back actually. I mean, the break always does me good. And I always come back feeling refreshed, and to be honest, this time round I was almost tempted to take a second week off. Just to really relax and unwind. But I think the amount of ideas that I've got and the amount of sort of time that I have between episodes, if I continue doing just the Monday to Friday thing, there's no excuse, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I can easily record that amount of episodes, it's no problem. So, with that in mind, we will be back on Friday, and from there normal service should be resumed. So, until Friday guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you enjoyed the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.